Hi, hello, happy Sabbath and Shabbat Shalom. So, let's see how our two newest babies are. There they are, right there. Let's see if we can zoom in on them when they jump out of there. There they are. And you know what's funny? I don't remember what we named them. I usually remember their names right off the bat. I was going to name them Yin and Yin, but then something about that didn't quite work out in my mind. And so Mom and I went through some names, and I forget what she wrote down. But anyhow, there goes the one. He is a jumpy. Gonna go over there to Mommy, and there you go. Their mom looks terrible. She's all scrawny looking. We don't know exactly what's wrong with her unless it's just the fact that she's producing more milk than she can consume energy for. But at the moment, I'm hoping she stays well. She's looking pretty bony, which bothers me. I mean, some does get bony. She's never gotten bony in the past, but she did this year. Not sure what else with that. This batch over here, a bunch of hooligans, they've torn up the wall over here, and I have to repair that because eventually they're going to dig their way through. But hopefully I'll get that fixed tomorrow. Other than that, fields, as you can see, are nice and green. Yeah, they greened up real fast with this warm weather. Funny thing is, Monday, I believe, we're supposed to be having some flash freeze again, which is potentially going to be harmful to certain plants. Some plants I won't be upset about. One I won't be upset about is elm trees, because those things can be a real problem when they swarm. Out here, most of the plants, though, the bulk of these plants out here are fairly freeze resistant, generally speaking. So a quick dip into the teens shouldn't hurt a lot of them. It'll hurt some of them. It seems almost every week when I come out here, the wind blows into the microphone and the camera. Now, ones that I really worry about are these right here. That is the tiger lilies. And the reason being is because I don't know if they're freeze-proof or not. We're about to find out. But either way, like I said, we will find out whether they're freeze-proof or not pretty quick. That one looks kind of weird now that it's growing underneath there like that. Oh well. Probably a lot more of them around here that are struggling. This I put out here thinking, oh, well, we're past the freezing weather. I'll end up having to put that back inside. It broke off the other day, and I put it out here, and well, not so much. My mystery plant here is trying to go to seed, and I'm hopeful for a lot of seed from that. Whatever it is, tastes good, and if I can grow a lot of it, I will. Whatever this is, I don't know what this stuff is, but I've got quite a bit of it growing. Hopefully it's good too. I'm waiting for it to get bigger before I pick any of it. Of course, going over here to of course that's henbit. There was another one like it. I forget what this stuff is. Unless this is all the seeds from for all I know, that could all be basil. We'll find out, because that basil produced thousands and thousands of seeds, so we will know eventually. And then all these garlics, I'm going to transplant them so that they will be companion plants over here with the potatoes and future tomatoes. Now, at this exact moment in time, the potatoes don't look like much because they're just barely poking themselves out of the ground. Here, and here, and here, and there, and there. And I got some potatoes in the greenhouse that I'm going to bring out too later on. But right now, those 5 potatoes are the core of my stock. And then, of course, more of the garlics growing around here. Some of them, different levels of either living or dying, I don't know. The sage is going just great. Now whether the frost will hurt its tender growth or not, we'll find out. But I'm pretty confident even if the tender growth gets hurt, it'll just come back anyhow. Because it's such a super tough plant from what I've learned of it. And here, oh, my brain went dead again. Yarrow are still growing, as is this other plant, which I don't even know what it's called. And there should be some yarrow in there, but if not, well, then at least there's that, which, whatever that stuff's called, we'll find out. I'll have to look it up one of these days. Now, if I turn this, suddenly the wind blows in the microphone. I wanted to point out, last week I got a report on these right here, these hyacinths, but I didn't realize then, I don't think, I've got other hyacinths around here. One set over here I transplanted and then forgot all about. And it is the set. It's up, but it isn't flowering. So I'm going to try to put some phosphorus to it. So right here, there's a little ring of hyacinths. There was something in the middle, but it apparently died, whatever it was. But these hyacinths didn't bloom this year. I don't know if it's too late. Well, this one tried to bloom, but it got bitten off. Oh, I see. They did. This deer got to them. Huh. We have a little bit of phlox still. Just a tiny bit of phlox. Where the rest of it went, apparently died, I don't know. But yeah, so we've got just one little batch of creeping phlox out of this place used to be swarming in it. So, but we have it there. I thought it was about done and over with. Thankfully it's not. So there should be a lot more over here somewhere. I haven't seen any orange cocoons yet, or any of the other of the dog's banes, milkweed type family, but they should be up soon. Grape hyacinths here coming up that I don't remember seeing there before, but that doesn't mean I didn't see them. I just don't remember anything because I'm getting pretty demented, I suppose. We're getting more and more of the water flowers. Let's see, the other thing I was going to point out, let's see, here's some more grape hyacinths here, like so. And then here's some more over here. And there'll be more of those pop up here in a day or so, I'm sure, because there's a lot of them there. The other hyacinths that I didn't remember or expect to see are all down here. It's funny, the daffodils are already blooming in super fast fashion and going away super fast. Blooming and fading faster than normal, at least some of them. But over here, see, there's some hyacinths there, and here, and there, and here. And I don't remember seeing those before. Now I know there's some white hyacinths over here somewhere. They'll probably come up in a month or two. And they're the kind, they're tall and slender and more delicate and graceful looking. Sorry, oh, there's some more hyacinths right there, okay. Now, question is, good. I was so worried that those things would die from them biting the tops off. So the peonies are coming back. I was really worried. I'm glad they're here. And of course, another variety of, we got lots and lots of types of daffodils around here, various varieties. Baby's breath here has opened up. It'll be in full bloom here probably in a few days if the frost doesn't do it too much damage. But then later on, the bridal wreath over there by that pine tree will come up. Some people don't know they're different plants and can't tell them apart, but baby's breath Looks like tiny little roses on long stems like that. The bridal wreath are a 5-petal. I don't know that they aren't part of the rose family somewhere, but they are different plants. The bridal wreath over here is still a little ways out from opening up its flowers yet. And it'll have more of a spiky looking cluster, spherical, than this one, than the baby's breath, that are more linear. Of course, the tractor's still over in the field where I need to bring it back home, but I'm not done working over there. So, oh yeah, of course, lots and lots of the vetch is growing out. Unfortunately, my lentils all died during the cold, so I have to try to plant them again. This thing's not looking great, but it ain't dead. This thing, the buds are opening up on it, the hazelnuts, or filberts if you will. Alright, coming back over here, one of the problems we have with these lilies is that the deer eat them all the time. I don't know what to do to keep them off of it, but they'll sprout up and the deer will eat their flowers off of them. And then there's a little verbena. The verbena's been coming out pretty good. Let me get up here and show you a better cluster of them. Yeah, there's one of the bigger, healthier plants. There's some, again, they are growing in amongst other plants, so they're not being protected from being shaded by other plants or anything. They're just growing wild because when they got there on their own, and I'm not in a position to do anything with them, so that's where they're at until I can. I do want to move them to a place where they'll be more of a flower park over there, but until I can, they'll just have to exist on their own. And, you know, God made them and they're alive, so you know, it's not like they not live just because I don't handle them. So there are just a few of those around here, and they are coming up quite nicely at the moment, but we'll find out if they are adversely affected by the freeze Monday or not when that happens. I was over here working on this thing. Supposedly I was given a recipe for a quote super concrete, and so far as I can tell, it's garbage. In other words, I wasted my time. So what I'm going to end up having to do is take it apart and redo it. So that sucks. It's supposed to be super duper concrete, and it turns out to be not even concrete at all. It's not even good grout, so, or mortar. So that'll just end up being a do-over. Since we're getting prepared and starting to de-leaven our houses, home and trucks and cars, you see bits and pieces of vacuum cleaner all over because I was trying to make certain I had some kind of working vacuum cleaner or another. I did make certain to get one, but I need to compile all my vacuum cleaners in one place. None of them work. Well, maybe not none of them, but some of them don't work, and most of them aren't interchangeable, but I need to strip them down for motors and wheels and things out of them, and cords, and just generally, that one's got a roll-up cord. How novel. Anyhow, those seem upright backs with a roll-up cord. This one, the head's missing, or it broke off or something. So either way, it's broken. So I still have a little bit more work to do on that wall, and that's what this stuff's for, but it's sitting out here getting rained on. Not the best thing for it, but it'll survive. And the other thing is, I went over and measured all my, I don't remember if I mentioned this last time, but I measured all that stuff. Yeah, I mentioned it. So hopefully pretty soon I'll make a sawmill. Oh yeah, the oldest plum here, cherry plum, is blooming. That's good. I wasn't for sure if it was going to bloom this year or not. There's another one over there. Not all of them are blooming. They're all not all, I guess, the same exact breed. But and the actual wild cherries over here are blooming because they bloom every year exactly when they open. So There's flower blossoms in the making there. Buds at the moment. There was this one spot over here that really burst out in color early. Sorry about the wind in the microphone. See this batch here, it just burst all out at one time and it's already done its thing and quit. And it's already set its flowers in just a couple days. It was a very short-lived flowering period for it. So I don't know. This has been a weird year for, especially for so far daffodils in general. They seem to be opening a little earlier for us than usual. Not just us though here, but I mean for this area, north central Arkansas. We're actually behind some places. Other places completely done. You know, amazing how fast they bloomed and then went away. This little bush over here that I still don't know the name of, hopefully it'll flower this year. Worried last year that it was going to die because one of these, there's one of those waxy buttercups. Just ran into a fence post, hurt. Probably make me bleed. Poke a hole in my arm. Anyhow, so this little critter here, we don't know the name of it, but it's in that cage right now to protect it from whatever might eat it. So hopefully it'll bloom, flower. I don't know what it's called. It's a real pretty little flower when it happens. I don't see any buds of a flower blossom yet. I don't even know when it blossoms. But it's there, it's still alive. I was afraid that this tree was dying, and it might have been, and I saw this thing looking like it was dying with it. But thankfully, it didn't die. One of them other little flowers I never know the name of. There's just very few of those so far this year. Usually this place is swarmed with them. I mean, just a carpet of them, but not this year. Unless we're just a little too early in the year. What's this is? Ah, oh, son of a... I've never seen this before. Wow, that is neat. Hope that isn't susceptible to freezing. Of course, here I am unburying it. Basically, I've never seen whatever kind of plant that is before. This is the first one I've ever seen. I don't know if there's any more around here or not, but I'm going to try. Oh, there's one right there. I'm going to try to dig them up and pot them. I might kill them accidentally, but then again, the frost might kill them too, so I don't know. Monday's supposed to be cold, so I'm going to dig those up and pot those. And if they survive, great. And if they don't, well, shame on me, huh? So that's all the flowers I know of around here. Nothing down there at the moment. It's pretty much, and really not much work got done this past week because I was sick. So, and I'm not exactly over it yet. So hopefully next week, maybe I can report that something useful got done. We don't know. It's all in Yahweh's hands. But between now and then, I'm going to call this the end of this report because all I'm... Oh, there's a violet. Oops. Yeah, first violet of the year. So at least we got to see one of those today. Hopefully there'll be swarms of those too because they've propagated pretty heavily in the past. So hopefully they'll continue to expand their reign as well. So that's it for now. Hope you'll have a wonderful, blessed week coming on and have a blessed rest of your Sabbath today. Bye for now.